Would be good if the microphone worked too. Hello, welcome to the stream. That Facecam software is doing really weird things to my face today, isn't it? Anyway, very nice to see you all here. And we're going to continue working. Oh wow, it's loud. Hello, inside of my legs. It's good to see you found your way over to Twitch. Not everybody will, of course, because it's not my main channel. But here we are, and we're going to continue working on the Sacrifice project. If you didn't see it last time, we started working on... Oh my god, what happened to your left ear? Got eaten by vicious green screen software. Right, anyway, last time we started working on a new project. First time for a while, which is nice. This is called Project Sacrifice, and apparently there's a missing block here. Can't have that. People have been making like altars and stuff for me. I haven't had time to look at them and select one yet, but it's really appreciated that people are making them. Anyway, Project Sacrifice is a survival challenge map, or challenge that you can put in any map is kind of the point, as long as there's this fixed location where this altar is. And basically what it is at the bottom you'll see 3 times Ender Pearl, and what that means is that this day the angry gods expect me to hand over 3 Ender Pearls. So if I do that, you'll see it takes it and it goes 2 Ender Pearls, 1 Ender Pearl, and the gods are pleased. For now. That's where we are, kind of, with the project. We left it off. Oh, it was the flowers behind me. I was like, why is it putting the things in my hair? Let me see if I can maybe make this a little bit better. And the music is all over the place. And oh god, let me try to fix that. That's why I moved it. Alright. Anyway, we have, let's see what my keybind is. There? Yes, indeed. So here we have the list of all the blocks that I published after the last stream, which is supposed to be anything that you can't use in the altar, because if you use it in the altar, then it says, you know, it's a cheaty way to get the blocks. And somebody notified me that I have leaf in here twice, which is not good. It probably means I have the actual leaf and the logic twice as well, which might mean I don't have something else in there, potentially. Anyway, we do have leaf twice in here. Oh, because there are 2 types of leaves. Actually, kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Alright, so that's not an error then, it's just this is just an artifact of that. This logic is horrible, but it's the only real way we can do that. So there are a couple of things that we sort of left. One is in the new goal. Here we have... If I do... Let's see actually. If I do /time set 0... No, okay. That doesn't work. Also 2 logs, yeah, that would make sense. If a log is something that you can... Alright, a new day dawns. The gods demand 8 glowstone blocks. That's the logic we have for the new day. So that's nice. It's all kind of working out nicely. I kind of want to spice this up down the line to have like a booming voiceover or something when you get that. And then maybe a slightly nicer voiceover when you complete it. Maybe. So I guess what do we have left? We don't have any punishment if you don't manage. It just flips over and nothing happens. We don't have any balancing. Does it support translations? Currently not. Have I fixed the plurals? No. Well, I was gonna get to that. So we don't have any punishment if you fail it, which we discussed at length last time. Lots of good suggestions from chat. I think I've kind of settled on what I want to do there. We haven't fixed the plurals. There's a problem with the plurals. Like, this time it worked out, because, like, 8 glowstone blocks is fine, but, let's see what we get now. 12 cobwebs is also okay. 1 end crystal is not okay. So there's a problem with the indefinite article in the case of a singular object, and there's a problem with the plurals of some. So like, it would currently say the gods demand 4 leaves rather than leaves, which is it's annoying to fix. It's not difficult to fix. I'll fix it. Fishes, yeah, fishes, and bookshelves. Somebody, why do the gods want these random blocks? Any items anyway? The ways of the gods are weird and wondrous. Nobody knows, but they will punish you if they don't get them. Alright, so I think the most reasonable... What was the third thing? Right, we haven't balanced it. It's going to be horribly out of balance. The reasonable thing to work on is the what happens when you fail. Let's set up. We're going to loop. Sacrifice. New goal if the time is 0. So if we hit this point, and you haven't completed the objective yet, then we need to punish you. So let's discuss that for a bit here. So what we discussed last time was probably the nicest thing to do would be to have a hello here, to have you lose health, total health, not like health at the moment that you can heal back, but you lose your actual health, like maximum health. Problem with that is the only way to do that really is to stick some piece of armor onto you, because the only way to do a max health reduction is to stick an item on you, either one thing you hold or a thing that you wear. So what I'm thinking is, I first wanted to not do that, but now I'm kind of feeling like it would be kind of nice to have an item that is like Wrath of the Gods, and it takes away not just your health, but also one of your armor slots. So like, the first night you fail, you lose your head slot. The second night you fail, you lose your boots. And the third night you fail, you lose your pants. Whatever. You get the, the boots of shame and the Wrath of the Gods circlet instead of your helmet, and then you get, I don't know, the pants of pantiness. And then of course, like the first time you would be dead, because if you probably take away, I guess you could do 4, take away 2 hearts per time, and then you lose your last armor slots, which is gonna be... What about what they were wearing beforehand? Mm-hmm. You failed. Gods don't care. Alright, so we're gonna need to set those items up. Don't know though. Do these... It could be armor that starts as green leather and goes down to red? I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. Replace item entity me slotted armor dot head. Green leather. I don't know. I mean, I kind of feel like chainmail is the way to go. Chain, not chain command block. Chain mail helmet. Maybe make the boots be always occupied. Anyway, what do you mean by occupied? Why do we have lyrics in this again? Thought I removed everything with lyrics in this. I apparently failed. We'll leave the song though. Maybe the boots be all okay. Yeah, okay, sure. I mean, one way would be to you can't use your head slot. You have your Circlet of the Gods always in your head slot, and it's bound, and you can't replace it. And then we just increase the amount of health loss on it. That's a possibility. I don't want to occupy the offense slot. Like, there's no way to bind an item there, so people could switch it out, and then there's all kind of a mess. Is one problem. The other problem is you'd have to keep pushing stuff in there, and it's just icky. You kind of want the offhand slot. I would rather occupy the head slot in that case. Maybe we do that. Maybe we do this. Okay. So just get one chain helmet on your head, and now we're gonna have to figure out how exactly this is laid out in data. Actually, probably the easiest way to do this is to just take an anvil and like actually. What happened to advanced map making? That series died a long time ago. It's. I think I have a really old channel update about it. Should be here? No. Curse of Binding is combat. Curse of Vanishing is tools. How does that make sense? I guess Binding goes on armor pieces. So this can be renamed later. I just wanted data. Ladies and gentlemen. Like, have you thought about balancing the number of fails versus playtime, or just winging it? It's really hard to say anything about specifics until you've playtested something like this. My initial feeling, my gut feeling is that I don't want to allow too much failure. I want failure to be punishing, and I want you to fail completely after. Basically, the idea is you play the map in hardcore. So when you fail, you fail. Like at the Xth. It's horrible to say. Failure, you die. And that's we reduce your max health down, from max to 0, essentially. What is Project Sacrifice? We'll get to that in just 1 second. I just want to do entity data on this thing before this despawns, because I'm talking too much. Not that. Not that either. This. Alright, let me copy this out to a new document so we can watch it in a little edit window instead. While we go through this, let me recap Project Sacrifice. So Project Sacrifice is basically a challenge mode for Minecraft where you increase your difficulty by letting you complete a quest of sorts every day. That every morning the gods give you a quest. And that quest is basically come bring these items to us. And the items, if I bring that up again, are basically increasing in difficulty. Like, it's not exactly like up along this list, but it starts with stuff like apples and coal blocks and iron ingots and stuff. And then you start getting more of those, or you get more difficult things like, you know, pumpkin pie or gold ingots or bookshelves. And then down the line, you're being asked for saddles or obsidian or gas tears or magma cream. And, you know, it's going to get more and more and more difficult to provide these things. And the idea is you slice them like it stopped responding. Looks like it's working to me. I don't know. You basically, it's a I don't know how to say it. It's a lasting challenge. So the challenge is get as far as you can, right? So the person who lasts the longest will win, or whatever. That's the challenge. I know about the display. What we are looking for is the effects on the enchant. That's gonna be the fun part. That's not what I wanted. Not that either. Where am I going? List of board games in my editor. New goal. I like how I can see these deleted links in the stream. Yeah, I need to turn on a slight delay. Small delay. But I also haven't cared because I don't get that many links and it's not that big of a deal. This is where it was. So we're basically looking at this item. You guys see this? Yeah. It's 1, it has this tag with enchants. This is repair cost 1, this doesn't really matter. Display, it's fine. Damage 0s. And then we're gonna need an effect on that. So it's going to be uploaded to YouTube. This is going to be uploaded to the second channel, to Lime Uncut. That's where all of the sort of off streams go that aren't the main survival streams. Max. We're gonna need a max health reduction. Change name to lock name. I mean, I guess I could. I'll do it just for the sake of it. Yeah, and just lowercase. There's all kinds of bad stuff how that goes. But anyway, replace item, entity at A. We're just doing this for test now. I'm gonna move this in so you can see it. Slot dot armor dot head, and oops, not quite yet. We actually. This needs to go away. So this is this. What we put here is the tag itself, right? I think we go like that, and we need, if I can get my cursor in the right place, Minecraft : chainmail _ helmet 1. Are some of the colors different in the stream than in the chat? I think those are just the colors that happen to be displayed on your computer. I'm not sure. If we put this to repeat and always active, that does not put it's not a valid number. What? Did I not put a number? I did put a number in. No one wins the game of the gods. Yeah, pretty much. Someone have to remember to how to make area effect clouds to not despawn. You have to put in a long duration. What am I? You need damage plus count. Okay. Damage is second though, I'm pretty sure. There we go. And if I look at this now, yeah, it's fully full durability. Duration 2 billion or so. Yeah, that's the one. Alright, but we still then need the status effect on this. Which is a horrible mess to get into this. Let's put it here. Display. Yeah, this outside of display. Yeah, okay, good. Attribute modifiers. Which is a list. These things are just not fun to deal with. Attribute name. Generic.max health. Do you need attribute name and the name? You used to. You might still. Well, let's just put that in just for the sake of it. Amount. That would be -4 for 2 hearts. And this. Do you need a UUID and stuff? Never know what the name is for. These are all kind of a mystery to me too. I haven't used them much. So that does not work. Ooh, here's a problem. Replaced with that. Okay, so maybe I do need the other junk that can be in here too. So like operation 0. And there's like a UUID most, that's whatever. And UUID least, that's also whatever. Which name? It's the name in... Will you update this for 1.13 when it comes out? Depends on how broken it becomes and in what ways. It does say replaced. So go back to game mode survival. Ah, yeah, there we go. I am missing hearts. 2 to be specific. Awesome. I stole my own health. Took my soul. 2 hearts of my soul. Alright, so this we can have running all the time. Because I don't want this to ever, like, I don't want there to be a way that your durability runs out on the helmet. Ever. So, in our loop, can I need a scoreboard for this? Scoreboard, objectives, add. Or do we have one? You could also just have used like 1 for UUID. Yeah, but then if I used 1 the next time as well, I messed something up. What do we have? We have a target, we have a constant table, we have time, we have the sacrifice, current sacrifice item. We need a new one. Scoreboard objectives, add. Failures. That me. Number of failures. Unbreaking tag thing. Good point. And then we can just do it like once per night when you complete or fail. That would be much better, because then we don't have to put it in this loop function and keep running it all over and over to send stuff to the client and all kinds of junk if you play it in multiplayer. Alright, so if we go into new goal, select a new goal, we have a bunch of stuff here that we could do. So stuff that's missing from this one is like check if previous goal was completed, and then we need to replace helmet slot right in here. So here we go, something like this. Nice, very nice. Maybe also remove the armor attributes so it doesn't give you free armor. I kind of don't mind that it has a little tiny bit of armor on there, because we do steal the head slot from you. So I mean, it's kind of, you know, you're not going to have a head slot in this map. Might as well give you a little bit of armor as an apology for that. What is the tag for that? It's not called Unbreakable, is the thing. And it's a what? Must be a byte, right? It makes a list that doesn't show the... Alright, I'm gonna just assume that it's a byte. After attributes are unbreakable. Alright, so this whole thing, this massive thing, would give you a helmet with a -4 health. So that's after one failure. So basically, we're gonna say here, score failures min equals 1, score failure equals 1. So basically when we get here, anybody who has a failure will get this helmet. And then we're gonna have to do the same for 2 failures, except then the only difference is we take 2 additional hearts away. Failures 3. We take down to 4 hearts, and then failures 4. And a 16. What actually happens if you remove all your health with an attribute? Now we gotta try that, but not in a repeating command block. Set this to needs redstone. Put a beaver will work there, because this just does it to any entity. Okay, so if we do -20 here. Alright, and before we actually activate it, I'm just going to do spawn point and then game mode survival. No. I am alive but have no health. When you get the item successfully, does one piece of armor get removed? No. No. So this piece of this helmet is going to be there from the start in the map. It's just going to be a different helmet depending on how much you fail. The more you fail, the more it hurts to wear the helmet. If that makes sense. This is truly weird. I now have 0 health. This is the true hardcore mode. take one hit, I assume. 1, 2, 3. So if I drop down here, I should die, right? Because I have no health. Yeah. That's a little bit odd, okay. But I guess we could do... what happens then if I do even more? What happens if I do 21 here? 24, which would be the next step. That's truly weird. That also does not kill me. That's a bit of a problem. I think the most reasonable thing to do is to just kill you if you reach level 5. So we're just basically going to do, instead of replace item there, kill at A with failures at 5. And then we're going to do one more, which is going to be this. With failures at 0. And it's going to be the entirely same thing, but we're going to put amount 0 here. So at the start of the game, you have no failures. You're going to get the helmet, but no effect from it. And it's bound, so you can't put anything else on your head. So you never lose anything in your head slot. Give me back my health. Actually, you can just kill this thing off now and run the thing. Because I have 0 failures. So if I just go... throw you back in here. Didn't I have a time set here somewhere? It's way up in the list. There we go. This. Gossamen 10 obsidians. It's... oh, god dang it. Game mode survival. No. No. No, because I didn't run /reload. Okay, let's try it again. 5 and crystals. Still no. Oh, because I have no score. Objectives, set display sidebar. Failures. Yeah, there's nothing in here. So actually, part of the check here is going to be... let me move you over to the right window. There we go. Scoreboard, players, add at A failures. Hard words. So just gonna add 0 to everybody's failures. Next survival challenge ready? No hearts. Dude. I mean, if you did that in non-hardcore modes, you just die all the time. It would be doable. I mean, just completing the game will never... yeah, I don't know. You just never complete that. You just start over and over and over and over. It would be such an amazing challenge to actually complete. The problem is there's so much accidental and non-avoidable damage. I also love the people who try to fake donations. Like, what makes you even do that? Who do you think you're fooling? Anyway. This, if we do /reload again, and this. And trust me, if there is a donation, there will be a massive overlay on the entire screen and stuff. Your message in there. 10 Dragon's Breath. I got my health back. And, yeah. This now just shows Curse of Binding. I can't take it off. And it's unbreakable. So if I jump off, take some damage here. It's no durability loss. So, or did it not used to do that? That was changed at some point, right? So it doesn't... oh wow. Oh, that's another problem. Why does it say less max health on every single possible slot? They are the same slot. They're all on the head slot. No hardcore killing 2 Ender Dragons. Maybe increase the health if you complete the challenge multiple times in a row. It's what I don't want. It's supposed to be a hardcore challenge. It's supposed to be hard, and you're supposed to be punished by your mistakes. Which is kind of your lives in the challenge. That's the point. You have set number of lives, hearts, whatever, failures, and the whole point is the map puts more and more pressure on you until you fail, and then you failed, then you're out. And the point of the game is to see who can be in it the longest. Oh, like on the tooltip it says when in head, chestplate. That's just how all of these modifiers are displayed. It's ugly. I don't know why it's done that way, but that's the way it's done. Anyway, the next thing we need to do is this. We need to check if the previous goal was, or wasn't, rather, completed. And if it wasn't, then we need to give you a failure point. Did you look at any altar submissions? No, I haven't yet. Or well, I have seen a couple in passing, but basically after the last time I did this, I had to rush in and do like do a whole bunch of other stuff, and then I left for my vacation. I was away a week there, so no. I'm very grateful for all of them, though. Might do a thing where I pick several actually, and just at the start of the map, just instantiate one from a structure block at random. Can you hide modifiers when you hover the item? I don't think so. I think they're just there in the tooltip. Somewhere, probably my loop, we're executed. Alright, so if we have a current, if we have a something tagged current, I think it's an area effect cloud, you can hide them. There's hide flags. And hey, Pinji. Okay, I'm gonna have to look that up then. We should do that. I don't even know if you should. I mean, it's okay that they show there. It's communicating to the player what's going on, which is good in a way. So execute if we have something called current. Then board players add at a fail. I do fail a lot here indeed. 1. And what I'm thinking here, so if you're playing this in multiplayer and you disconnect, so really what we should be doing is we should be, because the whole, it's a collective thing, right? If you play 2 players, the sacrifices are for both of you. It's not like individual. We have something called with the tag main, so we should maybe just use that instead. Here's what we'll do. We'll do add E. Come on. Tag equals main. We'll use that for the failures. And actually, this needs to be at E. Tag equals main 2 then. You could put in the lore how many hearts have been taken away or something. That is a good idea, actually. That's a very good idea. So, with the changing, with the more you fail, the more the gods would express their wrath in the lore for your circlet. I actually really like that. Okay, we'll do it. I need to look up those flags, but yeah, that's good. So now, after we add 1 to failures, bang. Okay. This is the worst part of map making, of anything that is supposed to be possible to play in multiplayer. Because you keep running into the situations like this, like what if they disconnect now, here. So right before midnight, or morning I guess is the place, then the player disconnects and then reconnects back up. So even if I fix so he has... Okay, here's what we need to do. For every player who doesn't have the same score, failure score as current, we need to run this function. And we need to do that all the time, not just in this function. So I'm gonna cut that, we're gonna paste it into a new document. We're gonna save this as failure.mc function, I guess. I don't have a good name for that. This is failure. And then I hope I'm coming through clearly. By the way, I realized that I'm looking at my off monitor over in the direction here, and it's not in the direction of my microphone. I hope it's decently clear. So in the loop, we go to the little village in the music, apparently. Sound is fine. Good. Thank you. How many hearts does it take away for each mistake? My thinking right now is 2. So you have basically the 5th mistake you make, or the 5th failure you make, you're killed. So what we need to do is... Yeah, scoreboard, players, operation, at A, failures, and we're gonna subtract at E tag equals main from that. Failures. Why is that so hard to spell today? I don't get it. Okay, so anybody who's less than 0 at this point. If you're 0, then you were identical to the amount of failures that you should have, but if you're less than 0, then you've been disconnected when you should have been getting a new circlet, and we need to give you a new circlet. So basically we can do function praise colon failure? What did I call it? I already forgot. Failure. If at a score failure... How hard can it be? Failures equals -1. Then we just run it and it will replace the helmets of everybody, and that's fine. And then we need to reverse this so we don't leave the scores in a broken state. There. Actually, after this, we need to just set everybody's failure score, because now we've given them the appropriate helmet. Have a scoreboard variable which counts how many days the player has played and compare it to the total days that a minigame has been running. By days I mean Minecraft days. Yeah, but what does that tell you, really? I mean, what would the purpose of that be? Because that doesn't tell you anything about how much they've failed or not failed, or if they were around the exact point where the failure happened. I mean, basically, you could say that if somebody just fails, and then 4 days later he has a friend join in and play with him, then that person should also get the heart reduction. Maybe you should try something special. For example, an extra heart sacrifice with full moon. it's gonna stagger in difficulty. I don't think you'll need more difficulty. / reload. Alright, now if we switch back to this view. Then, yeah, okay. So if I now do /time set something like that. Okay, so now I failed once, but I didn't get the one failure helmet. Okay, but it has set my failures to 1. So did it not run failure? Alright, okay. Oh wait, I don't have the... in here my failure score is broke. Dang. That's unfortunate. I guess we can do this first thing in that, oops, in that function. That would work. Not super pretty, but we'll do this, and then, yeah. Yeah, we'll do that. Alright. Let's reload. Get a failure. My hearts are down to 6, which is correct because I have 2 failures. I also failed the sponge. I'm sorry, gods. Now I'm down to 4 hearts. And then I failed another stars. 8 totems of undying. Oh god. I think I should have reset this at some point. The difficulty is just through the roof at this point. And then one more I should get killed. I did. I fell out of the world. Alright, cool. I like that. The funny part is that's actually most of the map. Game mode. Not that. Scoreboard objectives, set display sidebar, get rid of that. Scoreboard players, reset everything in the failure scoreboard. 8 totems in 1 day, easy. The problem is you have to go there and get them that 1 day. So the balancing is bound to be all kinds of off, but I don't quite know how to check that without just playing it. So we might just do that. Because the plural thing... later. It's so uninteresting. We'll fix it at some point, but yeah. Change the death message to something like fail to please the gods. We'd have to do that in a language file. Or hide the death message as something we should do the lore thing and the display. Or was punched by gods. Does this setup... I had a setup function in here. Does that actually... It kills the main, kills the target. Sets an initial... But it's not setting time. Nothing here is setting the time. Okay, and nothing runs the new goal function either. Basically what we should do when we release this is we should run setup. That's some spam in the screenshot. Let me switch you back in here, so we'll see. If we run function praise setup, you can just hide death messages when the function runs and then unhide them again. Yeah, I know. It's just kind of uninteresting. Also need a way to give you the helmet first. Displease the gods. Yeah. Basically what we're gonna do is time set... Can I do time set -1? No. That would have been convenient. The gods demand a string. String theory. Stream froze for you? This is working for me. Don't know why it would have frozen. If I understand correctly, if you play in multiplayer, you share the task and also the punishment. Wouldn't be better if each player had their own. It's much more of a mess to track that way. And the way I see it is, if you want to compete this, which is fine, if you want to do that, that would be cool. What we should do is we should make sure that there is a deterministic way that we can pick a seed, basically. So if you have a competition, you're starting two players in the same world, not the same world, identical worlds, and you're competing who can last the longest and make sure that your challenges are exactly the same. Every day you get the same challenge. Player receive the ultimate punishment. Yeah, I mean we could do death messages for sure, but I want this to be possible to play in co-op because I like co-op stuff. And I think this will be hard enough that if you're more, you might want to be more people, just have somebody work on today's challenge, or somebody setting up like getting wither skulls or something, just so, because the later days are going to be super hard. So you want to make steady progress even as you're doing the early days. Why did I reset all of this again? Right. So this is the problem. My head slot is not filled. And I need to figure out how to detect that you don't have the helmet. Which is a little iffy. And it needs to happen all the time too. And the loop, because somebody could join at any point and not have a helmet. So probably scoreboard players tag at A. Add has helmet if they have. You could randomize the death messages as well, I guess. Yeah, but it's not so much fun. I mean, it's a hardcore map. You're just gonna see one of them unless you play with a friend, and then you see maybe two. It's not enough bang for the buck on that one. All right, we're gonna add a tag that has helmet if you have. How do you test for this? Inventory? Google helps. Yeah, inventory. Inventory, which is a list of items in the item format, which means it's gonna have this ID Minecraft : chainmail _ helmet, and basically we don't need to. Honestly, we could just have checked this as a new player, because as soon as you're a new player, we're gonna give you a helmet. How about adding support for teams? So each team would only need to bring one set of items, and all players in the team share punishments if that team fails. That's an... interesting idea, but also a whole boatload of work. So there's a problem here still. I mean, I've expressed what I want it to be, but not how. Because there's no clear way of giving that seed, essentially. Or using the seed to perform the random selection. Because currently we're just doing a random. It's going to be different for different... If two people start up this map and play it, it's going to be different for them. They're going to get different challenges. Because it's just random, essentially. If this works, if I switch myself back into the Minecraft view, the moment I run /reload, I should get a helmet. And the helmet should have no health reduction, but the lore, or the name and stuff. It did. Curse of Binding, Circlet of the Gods. We need to get all those hiding items things on there. Which I need to look up, because I've never used those things. Hide flags is what somebody said? Hide flags. Oh. So, okay. And that's a separate thing. So basically... Hey BH. Good to see you. Okay, I'm just trying to catch up on chat now, because you guys are full of ideas. Both players play the same seed, then it's fair. Yeah, that's you can use the bedrocks for seeds specific generation, like Game of 4 does. Yes, that's basically my idea. You use the terrain generation to sort of get seeds. Does it need to be a helmet, or can it just be an item that you can't drop? No, it needs to be equipped, either on your body or in your hand, and I don't want to take up either hand slot. But the thing is, I kind of like the team idea, because it would be... Huh, you could also set it up like Minecraft Bingo, where you can set a scoreboard value to some value. That's not a bad point. We can make our own random generator inside of Minecraft using scoreboards. Anyway, let's do this thing first. Still the right view. Hide flags. We're gonna set it to 63. Wait. Just want to hide like everything. This is a bit field. Others. Shield pass. Okay, I think that will do it. Just reload. Stuff clear. Yeah, now it's just a circlet of the gods. Ta-da! And now we need lore. How does the lore work? I use these things in items very rarely. If you hadn't noticed. Lore. Oh right, lore is a full raw string. Looks like this, so probably like this. Or is it? It's a list of things anyway. It must be raw string. This is, somebody says no. Interesting. So it has to be text. It's a list of text fields. I don't get it. Are these... Are these translated separately or something? Why is it a list of strings? Like, why not just a string in that case? That didn't work either. So we probably... No, wait. That's in the wrong place. It needs to be inside of the display. 0. Okay, now I'm gonna test it again though. Because I'm not sure that that's not actually what it is, just that people don't use it that way. Text. Test. Separate lines. Oh, that makes a lot more sense. Yeah, then it didn't work. Alright, that means... Oh, that was... God dang it. Yeah. Okay, good. Then today I learned, and then now I understand how these things work a little better. Alright, we need lore. You cannot translate lore strings. Ah, that's a pity. Alright, so we need to hide flags on all of these things. So there, and there. And then we need lore for each and every one of them. So basically I'm considering something. Crown of Thorns texture for the helmet. Yeah, we might do something. We might do something with the texture later. Although I am not graphically talented in many ways. Might find somebody who wants to join in though. He's translated everywhere in the map I'm making, but can't translate the lores. Yeah, that is a big pity. Alright, anyway. The wearer of this circlet has been chosen by the gods. Is that too long? You think? Let me switch you over into here. That kind of, it's kind of okay to me. And then the point is, this text gets just increasingly angry and hostile the more you fail. There's so many aspects of this map that just this is horrific how these gods treat the player. For the items, are you using the item data thingies so they can be translated? Make it 2 lines? It's kind of arbitrary where the line break is though, isn't it? Make it not italic? How would I even do that? And why? Or are you talking about lock name still? Because it is lock name now, but it's not the item. The name isn't the italic part. It's the section symbols. You're talking about actual. You're talking about the formatting codes. But is there a problem that the lore is italic though? I mean, I don't see the problem. Truly and honestly do not. This is sort of the standard Minecraft look of things. I mean, that might be better. Still, I still find it kind of arbitrary where the line break is. Do I have advanced? Yeah, I do have advanced tooltips on. So this is gonna be how it looks for most people. I guess it works. We'll go with that. We'll go with that. It's fine. Let's move on to the next one. If I can find the place in here. So let me switch you back to that view again so you can see what I'm doing. Here. So we need a slightly slightly angry view, slightly angry lure for this thing. When the gods are sort of, they're a little bit annoying. It's not too bad. It's, you know, it's just, you know, a couple of coal blocks that weren't delivered. But, you know, I'm starting to wonder if you can trust this little puny being on the ground here to actually deliver the random thing I want. So, any ideas? I would happily entertain. So, while we're thinking about this, I'm gonna copy paste an empty one into each one of these. And then basically the last one is going to be something like, or do you fill these in any order? So any suggestions for any of them is appreciated. So we have 4 different stages of wrath to fill in. You are not as trustworthy as we have hoped for. Maybe not exactly that, because I want to phrase it to be about the wearer, but it's a good start. I like the message. I feel like this is getting too long. Another mistake to prove you're human. Yeah, maybe we should switch them out to be more of a direct message from the god to the wearer. So instead of like the wearer of the circles has been chosen by the gods, it would be maybe the first one would be like, you who wear this have been chosen by the gods. And then the next one could be like directly speaking to you. Let's try that instead, because it will be easier to phrase the following ones that way. So, you who wear this been chosen by the gods. I wonder how the length of that is. That works. That works. And then we can actually use your line outright there. Trustworthy as we have hoped. I think I'm gonna drop the 4 there. And then the next one. I think I'm gonna mix and match some of your suggestions here. So I like I like You Failed Us Again. And then for the second row, we could just do... Actually, we should punctuate these properly so we can use punctuation in this one, because this one I want. Because I want like just a list sort of attributes that they consider this puny human to have, like reckless. I had something else in mind, but then I dropped it. Don't know where it went. It went somewhere. Could actually do something like reckless heathen. Such an enjoyable conversation to have with your god. Didn't bring me that glowstone here. I'm gonna have some of your health off and yell at you for a bit. Insubordinate mindless cockroach. I like insubordinate actually. Insubordinate heathen. Do not play games with the gods. Hey man, creep. Welcome to the stream where we're just brainstorming up horrible messages from displeased gods. This is the second to last one, and the last one is just wrath of the gods be upon you. Actually, do not play games with the gods is one interesting thing, and the other comment from Jock, like, if you don't give us items, give us your health. I think I'm going to combine those. Basically, playing games with us will cost you your heart. I mean, it's your hearts. This is more truth in the game sense, but that's weird because you only have one heart, right? Gods see that you're behaving unruly and uncompliant. Actually, we might just add one of those in here. Okay, I think we have something here. What am I? if I do /reload and /clear, we should have the second one in here. You are not as trustworthy as we would have hoped. Hearts sound weird. The gods say what up, bro. Maybe not. You are not as trustworthy as we would have hoped. I mean, we could even change the name of it. It could be like, it could be Crown of the Gods for the start, and then it becomes like Circlet of the Gods, and then at the end is like the Thorns of the Gods or something. I don't know. But if we do scroll up a ton of things here, we should have a time set here somewhere. There. So here we fail again. That one is a bit long. We split that into two more lines. So just split it after insubordinate. Reload. Clear. Maybe switch places of insubordinate and unruly. Probably. I mean, this is super nitpicky, but this is kind of what polish is about in the map. Make sure that it's like everything looks really nice. Hearts sound weird, yeah. If you manage to get those 8 totems of a dying, you should receive the message. Yo, yo, what up? Alright. Let's fail again. The gods demand 4 pufferfishes. That reminds me of a very silly pirate joke that was that some people enjoyed telling at the medieval week that I was at. It's like, what do you call a fish without an eye? A fish. Right. Playing games with us will cost you your heart, or playing games with us will cost your heart. I'm considering just your heart. Will cost your heart. And so, because why not? Reload, clear. Oh yes. Cost your heart and soul. Correctly punctuated. Wrath of the god be upon you. Reload. Clear. There we go. Fail once more. This is the last one. Maybe move the B into its own line? Or into the second line? Clear. Wrath of the gods be upon you. I like that. That's like the last message that you get before... Because if you fail once more, you're out. Which we, by the way, should try. Good? Less good. Oh, crap. How do I get out of this one? We're gonna have to... We're gonna have to code in a fix for that in the loop. Okay. I'm just gonna put... Okay. Never a dull moment. Function... praise colon setup. We're gonna put it right there. And in the setup function, at the way top, we're gonna do scoreboard players reset everything in failures. Alright. But you can't type /reload. That's fine. I can just exit out the title screen and join back in. That will reload it. Like so. And then we respawn. Should be okay. It is. And I can pick up my Circlet of the Gods again. This one is the old one. That's the new one. So that's... Can something have a curse of vanishing and a curse of binding at the same time? Alright, now I can go back into here and get rid of the setup call. Wow. Actually, I should, while I'm at it, in the setup, we should also do basically what I've done manually. Time set 23. Yeah, let's do it. Actually, no. Maybe like that. So if I do press setup here, I'm gonna need to /reload this first. I put it in the wrong function. Yes. Yes, indeed. That does not help. Reload. Run. That was 400 ticks, so there we go. Maybe even more, actually. I kind of wanna... 8 gunpowder? The first day? That's not cool. I don't like that balance. The music is a bit loud. Maybe. Let's pull it down a couple of notches. Might just be this song that's a bit loud. But thanks for the comment. I appreciate that. It's really hard to balance. Alright, so... rebalance, please. What do you mean by that? Are you talking about the music still? I can't kill 8 creepers on day 1. Now... gunpowder. Gunpowder. Yeah, it is in the first group. Sorry, I gotta answer this. Running... Can't kill 8 creepers on day 1. I mean, I think you could, probably. But we probably should just begin with 2. So if I reload this and pick that up again, we should get 2 of something. Does it say what day you're on? That might be pretty cool. No, it does not. 2 bones. We're kind of a little low on space in that sentence. That's the problem. I mean, we could potentially put that in the sidebar, but the sidebar isn't. It's not as interesting. I mean, the game, the success in the game is kind of determined by your your in-game time at the end of the day. You look at your stats, time played. That's how you would look. But I agree that it's an interesting stat. I just don't really, kind of don't have any good space for it. Maybe sidebar. The sidebar is kind of ugly though. We'll do this though. We'll start it with 2. And what we should look at next. That was not my intention. I actually closed that file accidentally. See, setup. That's not what I wanted to do at all. But new goal. What we currently do is we multiply by 2. A new day dawns. Change the dawn of the 9th day. You have a good point, and the horrible part about that is if I do that, then I'm gonna have to deal with yet another of the plural problems. Which means I'm gonna have to do the first day, the second day, the third day, fourth, and so on. For the correct ending of the numbers. I mean, it's good, it's polished, it's nice, I like it. But it's all a messy job. A new goal. A new day dawns. Dawn of day N. Also, it's 21st again, I think. Yeah, it is. There's more of them. It's yes. You fake donations. Alright, let's try it. It's easy enough to try that. In new goal. A new day dawns. So this gets changed to dawn of day. We don't have the number anywhere. We'll figure it out. Score. I guess we'll just add a day objective and is it name selector? Selector. E tag equals main. So every time we run new goal, we're gonna do scoreboard players add a E tag equals main day 1. And then in game we're gonna do scoreboard objectives add day dummy day counter, and then we're gonna have to reset that in setup. No, we don't, because we killed the main cloud, so that's fine. Increase day count. How long have you been live? 1.5 hours after the pre-roll. Not necessarily too complicated, William, but too verbose. We're very nearly out of space, and I think by the time you would get to the two letter numbers, or what do you say? We would be writing stuff outside of the screen. Alright, so if we just rerun setup now, actually. That didn't work at all. Why did that not work? Score players add at E tag main day 1. Dawn of day. Oh, wait. Objective day, selector. I can't see any problem with this. I don't know why this didn't work. Invalid JSON. Am I missing some code somewhere? What? Something in this is wrong and I don't get what. Score is a compound with, it's an object with an objective that has a value day. The selector, that's the value of all of this. I don't see it. I really do not see it. Oh, it is objective and name. Dawn happens. Dawn of day 1. The gods demand 2 feathers. So silly. But I have been chosen by the gods, so I better go get 2 feathers, right? It's pretty clear. Alright. Now the problem is, or the next question is, how do we scale this up? Don't you have to use all those messy backslashes? Nope. I didn't, and it worked, right? Because I generally know what I'm doing. If you go through your map making and all you ever do is you use generators, you will never understand when and where you need to use backslashes. That's only for signs and books. Yeah, kind of. It's depends on how you nest things too. Can you maybe make the text a bit bigger? It's hard to read on mobile. Are you talking about the function text? Or what are you actually talking about? Oops. You probably do something like this. That helps. God, that's enormous on my screen now. We'll take it though. Scaling. At this point, we are supposed to gather 2 feathers. The next one, at the current setting, would be 2 times as much. Basically, you would probably be asked to get 4 of some simple item. Which, to be completely honest, I consider not that much. However, if we keep multiplying by 2, it's going to be enormously many soon. So what I'm thinking is we multiply it by something like 1.5, but also add a flat value here. So if we multiply by 1.5 and add 2, then the next one would be 5. And then after that would be 7 plus, this would be 9. So I'm thinking something like that. And we're gonna do math in Minecraft. Scored. Objective set display sidebar const. So constant table only contains 2 at the moment. Set 15 const 15 and 10 const 10. I'm gonna show you how to make a non-integer multiplication here, basically. So we have 10 and 15 as values that we can pick from now. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to multiply by 15. And then we are going to divide by 10. Easy. And then we're going to add 2. Why use exponential growth anyway? Because essentially the difficulty is scaling exponentially anyway. If you look at the setup, the items, I mean, the whole point is that the map is supposed to constantly challenge you. Like if you just added a few, then you would get to day like 100 without a problem. Basically, what we've said here is a cake is worth 40 feathers. So if you're just adding like 4 each time, then it would take you 10 days to get to a cake. I mean, that's ridiculous. You have to scale quicker and quicker and quicker because your progress is quicker and quicker and quicker through the game too. But that's 1.5 times 1.5 plus 2 is a flat value, which is like all of that is just taken completely out of the air. I have no basis in thinking why. I have no reason to think that that's good. But they are values, so they are something we can test with. Which means /reload /function praise setup, and let's play a game. Tell me your word, O wise gods. 3 bones. Okay. Alright, okay. Oh, wait. There's one very crucial aspect that we haven't touched on yet that I'm gonna have to do once I'm gonna try to play through this. It'll either very quickly be apparent that it's too easy, or very quickly be apparent that I'm dead. Hey, Coob. So we'll play this out. We'll at least play a couple of days of it and see how it goes. The thing that we are missing that we need to do is we don't have text telling you failed. So basically we just fail you, give you a new helmet, and you know, we take away some health from you, but it doesn't. I think it'll be too hard. That's my prediction. I think it might be too hard down the line. Like I don't think right now it's gonna be too hard. Do I? No, I don't have auto jump. Felt like I had auto jump for a second. Stone Age! Alright. Give me a good pickaxe. Dump that crap. Alright, so 3 bones means we need to kill a bunch of skeletons the first day. Probably means go caving pretty soon. I'm gonna get a bunch of stone here so we can make stone tools. Stone weapons, what the sound? That's another thing, actually. The altar is like up here. -180, minus 200 and 200, right? So you're gonna have to find your way back to it. Make a bunch more sticks. X that I want. Alright, I don't know what I had in mind, but we'll do this. And actually, we'll add it that. Okay. And these are the wrong order. I'm going to need food, and then we can go underground. Probably once we're done with this, we'll take the function files, stick them into a new world, because I'm gonna slaughter things in here, and it's gonna get progressively more difficult to play this game with the amount I've played in this world. So we'll stick it into a new world later. Maybe scale it on the number of players playing as well. Yeah, I've been thinking about it. I'm not sure. How are you not dead? I don't know, you can hear my cat in the background. She's participating. The recharge of that. Alright. 10 is okay, but not enough, I would say. We don't have that much time, so 12 is pretty good. See if there's any more up here. No. Okay, we'll go. We're going. Okay, coal, good. Can you sleep through the offering or else the bed interaction? You sleep, the gods will be mad if you haven't done your offering yet. If you have done your offering, you're good to sleep if you want. But the sleep works just like normal. So by you wake up at dawn, and since it's dawn, actually, exactly what time does it become when you sleep? Because that might be a problem. If it skips the offering, then we have a little. No sleeping allowed when you're the servant of the gods. I don't know if you can prevent that somehow. What are you talking about, Gert? Hello. You gonna come help with the stream? Yeah? You wanna come up here? You wanna be on camera? Hello. I don't even know. There's a tail on camera at least. Hey girl. And on microphone. Alright, we're gonna cook this up. Head underground. Now I have fur everywhere. There's a sleeping 1B. Yeah, yes, but that doesn't help. Because that just lets you detect if they're sleeping. And smite them with lightning. 20 times a second. Cat got cut off. Yeah, so do I. I mean, nobody cares about how I look, but the cat. Cat's important. Alright. So if you sleep, you end up at time 1000. And I think we detect time 0. Could just disable the crafting recipe for beds in 113. I mean, if we just want to do that, you just delete any bed item out of your inventory, so you can't make a bed. Clear the bed, yeah, exactly. So, but I would rather have beds work. If you want to sleep, go and sleep. It's gonna cut time out of your. It's gonna make it more of a rush to get the next thing done, though. That's what I'm thinking. All right. Right, and I don't need more coal. Let's go. How much wood do I have? Not much. Not enough. Some massive trees over here. Grab a bunch of this so I have, because I'm gonna need to make more stuff when I'm underground. The thing to know, like at the beginning, this is supposed to be very easy. The Minecraft day is pretty long. Alright. Sun's already setting though. Get a move on. On the other hand, I kind of, if I only found like a little bit of a cave with a little bit of iron and make a shield, that would kind of be sufficient. Make a shield. Oh, hello. Kill these guys so we get the feathers, in case we need to hand off some feathers tomorrow or something. Gonna do this and make a bunch of torches. And now we're into action territory here. Give me either skeletons or iron. That's a good point. Like, your bed is never gonna save you if you're being overrun. Because you couldn't sleep at that point. What is this with this place? There's like no iron. Oh, really? Come on. Alright. Grab a few more of these then. But yeah, it would be nice. Kind of the idea behind this is you should be able to put this in multiple worlds and not just have like the one map, but actually the challenge is like adapted to a Minecraft world. Okay, good. We have a bunch. Light up a little bit. Actually, don't mind if we get a skeleton or two to spawn here. Alright. Chroma cam, hello. There we go. Sorry about that. Now the skeletons won't spawn because you placed light? Yeah, because I don't want them spawning right next to me. You just disappeared? I disappeared on purpose for a second there. New meta is to craft a clock ASAP so you know when to give the sacrifice. Yeah, I mean, this challenge is kind of in some ways meant to like make some other crafting options and stuff valuable. Okay, that was 12. Good. We are going to, I think, just take those 12 and go back out. Because it should be nighttime by now. I'm gonna smelt it up, make a shield, and go hunt skeletons on the surface. If I can find my way to the surface. This should be close enough. Yep, definitely nighttime. Alright, dump this down right away, in this, in with that. Oh wait. There might be an ever so slight problem here, and it's the fact that I put it on peaceful a while back. Remodel the helmet to have horns. I was thinking something else, but yeah, remodel it. I was also thinking. Alright, well, that basically, I mean, you could see that as cheating, but it probably basically cost me more time than anything else. If you want the compass to point to the altar, the beds will have to go. That's a good point. That's actually a good reason to just disable the beds, actually. I'm gonna keep these iron, I think. Because I kind of might need buckets. Might need a whole boatload of buckets. We'll have to take the risk. World spawn is the altar. Right, that's true. They would always point to the altar anyway. Which is good. I mean, it makes a point to making a compass in this mode. Just give me these already. I'm stressed. I need to go make a sacrifice of... I still don't... Oh, there's a skeleton. Good. Pick these up. Let's go kill it. It's a creeper too, that's nice. Don't walk away from me, dang skeleton. This is gonna be fairly dangerous. I have no armor. Thanks. Not today. Ow! I would like you to die before that creeper spots me and comes and kills me here. That didn't give me any... No. That did not... Oh, there we go. One bone. Two more. Any ideas for a minigame for Mine-a-thon? You mean specifically for Mine-a-thon? I haven't talked to anybody about anything like that. Hello. What's with all the spiders? It's like spiders you're usually looking for. I just want skeletons. Which is a, you know, and you... Oh, you're armored. What kind of cheats are this? Cheaty armor. Ow! Three! I need a compass by now. It's actually a point that maybe you should get a compass. Because the direction is so important. Because they give you one at the start of the game. Also, maybe you should light up the area around the altar a little bit. So we don't get spawns on here. Recipe book has a... The gods are pleased for now. Okay. Around midnight. A little past midnight. I like that. That was a good first day. It was a good amount of stress. Now the question is, what do I do with the rest of my night? Because it's kind of dangerous. I think I'm gonna do at least this. I'm gonna make an iron pickaxe. This is an iron pick. Oh yeah. You're saying this is a functioning compass? Or are we then saying that this is not world spawn? Ah. It wasn't. It's supposed to be. It's close enough anyway. They wanted it to be Christmas themed minigame. No, I mean, I haven't spoken to any of them. I haven't seen any of their info. They haven't approached me to help. And I haven't by my own accord. No. I thought about it. I'm super busy with everything already. So like my primary focus is going to be getting the Entrapment tournament done and then make my own charity stream. Those are going to be my priorities. Really? Okay, we're gonna spam click this one to death because I got hit even though I'm under this cover. Whoo, boy, okay. Did not make that shelter big enough. No. Okay. Not because I mind if he blows up, because I want his loot. There we go. What is Project Sacrifice? Well, because I'm just playtesting it now, we can explain. So we are in the first night of the game here. And we have just sacrificed 3 pieces of bone to the gods. This is a challenge mode that adds challenge into the game by requiring that you make a sacrifice every day. The gods will demand an item or items, and we're soon gonna see the second one because dawn is happening here. So as soon as that has happened, the gods are gonna demand something of me, and I'm gonna be expected to deliver that before the end of the day, or they will be mad and take away some of my health. Almost never seen me do jumpy crit hits. I do them mainly when I kill animals for food. I don't feel a need to do them normally, and I would more often like you crit when you sprint too, so you kind of know what reason to do them a lot of the times, and most of the time is you benefit more from having your shield up. Dawn of Day 2, the god demands 6 gunpowders. There you go. Should be doable. I think I got one. I got one. So getting 5 more gunpowder in a full day, now that we already have some items. Not too big of a deal, to be honest. We'll make those. And then head underground again. 5 plus 2 food. Oh, and a bow. Probably get some more food before we go. Maybe the shelter's a bit too big. Creeper hunting. That's no problem. I mean, we'll definitely get the 5 gunpowder in the next night if we need to. But we might as well go underground, try to get them quicker, and do some mining and stuff. Because we need to gear up. That's the beauty of it. That's a nice little sort of back and forth in this game mode, or in this challenge, and you need to always keep moving forward. You can't just go, I've done my sacrifice, I'm gonna, sleep away tonight, spend some time in the garden, philosophizing, and just get a move on. Where's my cave entrance? It was over here. There's something here. That's not what I wanted. Here. It's right next to it. Or actually, it might not be it. No. Here we go. Even before you use all your iron for armor and then ask you for iron, it doesn't ask me for iron, I don't think. Or it might ask me for iron ingots. At some point, it will stop asking me for iron if it's too much, though. The only valid items are the ones that are within a certain range, I think less than 14 or something. So you'll never get like, deliver me 746 ingots or something. Where are they? They are here somewhere. Alright, well, we'll keep exploring. Hello. You're just what I want to see. Now... Nope. Dang. Got stuck on that. Oh, there's another one here. Probably better off using a corner, to be honest. Oh, no, 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 no. So bad. Wow. Come on. Alright. Less stress, more focus. Gonna need to keep track of time, actually. That's 9 more iron. I guess we might as well. Probably want to go down here afterwards. Level 10. Alright. Let's switch some stuff over so I see the stats of this. Time are we at? We've been going for 2 hours. 2 hours. Probably make a chest plate out of that. And then we'll have 3 left for a bucket if we need it. Alright, let's head on over and down. This maybe doesn't... Oh yeah, it does continue below here. Maybe not much. A little bit. More iron, so... Is there... No, maybe not. I'll take this. I mean, we'll need to find diamonds and stuff at some point for this... For the challenge. I think one might be just diamonds, and one might be... Hello? One might be... I think there's an enchanting table somewhere down the tree. Hello? Oh, hello. Is there a spawner up there? Maybe you're just a bunch of zombies. Never know. Ow. You're being very mean, sir. So need to cook up this food. Oh, what the... What the heck just happened there? Okay, hold on a second. Something went awfully odd here. And my Minecraft window is now tiny. And not showing up. Okay, I'm gonna have to quit out and restart this. What the heck? That was odd. Please the game of Minecraft, please. And I accidentally resized it. That looks pretty good. Okay, good. go back in. I haven't been reading them out, by the way. I've sort of reduced the visibility of the follows a bit, but that doesn't mean I don't appreciate them. We're approaching 700. It's pretty cool. Hello. Thank you very much for the follows today, all of you who have joined in today. So nighttime by now? I've kind of lost track a little bit. We might have to... might go up. I don't think it's quite yet, but I'm also not entirely sure. You know what? You might be right. We'll take this once we've smelted, and we'll go back up. It might definitely be nighttime. It's easier to move up there too. All right. I'm gonna try to get through here. Back out where we came from, whichever way that was. Might be here. Wasn't here. Sure wasn't there. Here? Or is this where we exited last time? Either will do, just as long as I get out. Yeah. It's not nighttime. You're all filthy liars. There's a bit of daytime left. All right. Just gonna spend the time while that's smelting, digging these up, see if I can get flint for a few more arrows. Would be kind of nice. The sun is a liar, not us. Mm-hmm. Tell you what, I know who controls the sun, and they are very trustworthy gods. I would say nothing bad about them. Did I only get one single flint from all of that digging? That's rough. Some left here. Alright, okay, we had, yeah, we had those two. Night time cometh. Alright, there's a second one at least. That. Only one stick. There. Alright. Creepers. Bring it on. I'm not liking my food situation actually. Not liking it a single bit. Let's put this on our bar. Let's make pants. So we have enough to spare. And now we're decently equipped. Let's go hunt some boom booms. No, that doesn't work. Good command. Oh, that's a mess. Do not want to go hunting in there. I see a creeper. I guess we have the entire night to get 6 gunpowder. We might as well just kill everything we see just to get the other loot too. Because we're gonna probably end up giving... Oh, maybe not. I guess rotten flesh is like entry level stuff. Okay, hello. Dang, kid zombies. You're gonna be in my way when I try to kill this creeper, aren't you? So annoying. Cute. Don't you dare. Yeah, I know, I should be setting up some commands. Just have not. You zombies are body shielding this creeper. See? It's not okay. Didn't even drop any. Jeez. No. Still just one. That's not cool. And this, all the spiders spawn in right next to this creeper just because of that. Come over here, please. And not you. No. What? That dude had a quick fuse. What? What's going on? All right. Why did everything suddenly feel like it became much quicker? I need that creeper. Get the pumpkins. No time for pumpkins at the moment. Ho! Ho, 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 ho! Ah, baby. Yep. It does pressure you to move quickly. That it does. It's also supposed to be hardcore, so that would be the end of that run. 6 gunpowder. What time is it? Midnight, pretty much. You failed the gods. Oh yes. I failed them so hard. Nerf creepers. I jumped into it. It blew up right inside of me. And the creeper damage is it's proportional to how close you are. I was basically as close as you can possibly get. Nuked me through my iron armor. Alright, I kind of like that balance, but it was so early it's hard to tell. I think maybe what we'll do is we'll sort of try to finish up some of the things around it, and then make a testable version of it that people can playtest. Because I kind of want to see how people get on with it, to start doing tweaking. And I'm also getting a bit tired today. And I go back to work tomorrow. It's my last day of vacation today. Oh, dang recipes. Alright, cool. What we're going to do next then is we're going to write a line for the failure. Switch you back over to editing view. Alright, so when you get a new if We still have current here. I'm yawning. It's no good. So then we do tell raw a. When you lose, it should give you some stats that you can screenshot and share to tell people how far you've gotten. Yeah, that's not bad. Should print out to the chat like how many sacrifices you've done, like how many challenges you completed, and how long time you've played. Basically, that'd be good. Here's my problem. I kind of want to put this in title across the screen, but I can't because it's going to say a dawn of day 4, whatever, in the middle of the screen, which means I'm forced to put this somewhere else, or we pull the deadline for the sacrifice in, so it happens like a little bit earlier, but I kind of don't want that. Or we change the message, so if you failed, it doesn't say dawn of day whatever, it says you failed the sacrifice. And then under it, still says the gods demand what, or the gods demand 4 pieces of string or whatever. Maybe if you fail, it waits a bit for a new day dawns. Yeah, but it's mostly a mess in like how you build it. So it won't be hardcore mode, but you can't reset. Respawn. It's supposed to be hardcore mode. Oh, respawn the player inside a bedrock cage and do it there. You mean the stats? We just put it in chat. I'm talking about the message for you failed at the moment, which should go somewhere else than chat. Oh yeah, I guess it could go in. Could go in chat. I'll just put it in chat for now. Your failure to deliver has angered the gods. That will be enough for now. That's kind of visible. I think that's pretty decent. 11 gunpowder. It asked for 11 gunpowder right afterwards. That's brutal. I was considering adding some form of shutout so it doesn't select the same thing over and over. What's the limit? It's also in here actually. 16. So 15 is the most you can be asked for. Make it bold. Usually don't think that bold looks very good. I think a normal style error message. Display you've failed, then start a timer, then say dawn of day end. Yeah, I know I could do it. I'm just not sure it's good. You actually really want the new text right away showing what you're supposed to do. I mean, if we do this right, if we do the whole VO and stuff for it too, that like I've been talking about, then you would get it in voice. Which I think is good enough. Sidebar for stats. Makes sense. Makes sense. So, scoreboard players. No. Objectives add stats, dummy? Kind of want a backend for this too. If the stats is what we're displaying, then we should add a stats. What do we have? No, we don't really have any. We'll add a something objectives. I was gonna call it info, but I mean it's just doesn't say anything. Hold a book item named stats and only display while holding it. The stats are gonna be shown when you're dead. We're gonna have to do some calculations on this. Is what. Or do we just display it always? Could just always display it. So basically, now we have it up. So let's sort of do a little bit on it. Set day in not info stats. So today is day 2. Sacrifices. Stats. So we've done 1 sacrifice. Not always cyber. Or in tab. Yeah, but tab is not nice to show when you're dead. I kind of agree that it's a little bit ugly. It's a bit of an eyesore there. I kind of want a playtime. So you have it counting up for... Alright, let's do this. Let's bring up this mode. And in the loop, we're gonna do scoreboard players, add e tag equals main, ticks, info 1. What? Did I not add info? Wait, what am I? I'm being a bit tired. We probably won't do this for long. Why did I end up in entrapment? That was an interesting key combo. I have too many files open too. Can you could you add playtime to the same line you have God's Wishes on? It wouldn't look like that though. So I mean, yes, you could add it as a fixed time, but I don't think it belongs there. What I want is basically the play. It's your score, right? The score of the map is the amount of ticks you manage to stay alive. before you died. I don't want to clutter it. It's the same reason I don't want the sidebar up all the time. I don't want to have the screen entirely cluttered with stuff. It's supposed to be mostly vanilla Minecraft with just this one extra aspect. But I get the fact that when you die, you kind of want to know your score. So that's where we'll put this up. Yeah, also, I do appreciate the suggestion. I'm not saying, I'm just explaining you. I'm just explaining why I'm not doing certain suggestions. Activate sidebar on death. Yeah, what I'm thinking about right now is the complication here is what happens when you're more than one player and one player dies. We're gonna have to stick that player onto a separate team and then display the sidebar for that team only. This is 1.12.1, yeah, latest version. .12.1/vanilla. There's a death statistic, right? Number of deaths. That should count up. Team dead, guys. Yeah. Kind of need to do that. Considering just dump every player who dies into spectator mode. Scoreboard, objectives, add deaths. Death count. Will it be compatible with 1.13? Nothing will. Max stats for the dead player team takes out death. That's... Since it's co-op, I kind of want to keep updating it until everybody's dead. There's just one score. I see what you're saying, but I think that would be weird and kind of hard to make understandable. Alright, I'm gonna... Alright. We have the deaths objective. We're gonna need... I'm gonna do this for a while. Scoreboard, teams, add dead players. Dead players, color black, of course. And now we could set the sidebar for the black team to that. We can actually do that right away. Scoreboard objectives, set display sidebar dot team dot black to death, not deaths, stats. And then scoreboard teams join expected players at a score deaths min equals 1. Set at a that's 0. And actually, let's just do game mode spectator while we're at it for this. So I shall reload game mode survival. I've lost a few hearts from not pleasing the gods this far. We're gonna jump off a cliff. It's not gonna be enough. Wow, I'm regenerating like crazy. Hello, zombie. Come hug. No, the zombie! He got me! No, he got me again! No! Oh no! That shows me the stats, and I'm now in spectator mode. Good. So far, so good. Do you know the next time you'll pick players for your server? Because I've been on the list since December or before. We have problems with the server. It's there's something causing massive performance issues, and we're trying to identify what that is. And I don't want to draw more players until we've figured out the lag. The server is powerful enough to, like, the hardware is powerful enough to run with like many players at once, but even just one player makes it run out of RAM and fall to its knees. So we need to fix that. We're working on trying to figure out what it is and how to fix it. And then we'll add a whole bunch of players probably. Like once that's done and we feel like we have a stable server, then I'm going to add a whole bunch of players. And probably change how player selection is done. Alright. So, in new goal, we are increasing the day count somewhere. And we're going to do here scoreboard players operation day in stats. Excuse me. Wow. Yeah, Jock, there's no one on because it's like hard to play on it right now because it works so poorly. E tag equals main day. So that gets the day in there. And then we get the number of sacrifices in there, which is basically the day number minus the failures. So you have 1 minus 1. Alright? If you're on day 1 and you have no failures, then your sacrifice count is 0. Yeah, we'll set that up. Scoreboard players set 1 const 1, so we have the number 1 to play with. Stat for successful sacrifices. Scoreboard players add what are we doing here? Actually, we're doing this operation sacrifices stats equals day stats. Scoreboard players operation sacrifices stats minus equals 1 const, so we're removing 1, and then we also have to remove all your failures. Operation sacrifices stats minus equals at E tag equals main failures. That should mean we have the sacrifices up. And then what I'm gonna do So now that's the question. Either we update the score all the time, or we update the score every time somebody dies. Those are kind of the two options. So I'll think about that. I'd love to hear your suggestions in chat, what you would like the most of those. But while we do that, I'm gonna do time set 23,950 or something. And then we have dawn on day 4. Day turns to 4, sacrifices turns to 1, because we have failed all the other ones. And we get your failure to deliver has angered the gods. Good. Why scoreboard players operation minus equals 1 when you can do scoreboard players remove 1? Because I do math, and the add and remove ones are not at the forefront of my mind when I'm doing operations like that. But you're right, yeah, that would be just as good, if not better. Every time suspect they can see the score increase, yeah. I think that might be best. Hello? There. Which basically means we're doing this. Operation score stats equals ticks info. I don't know how actually useful that info scoreboard is now, but might as well use it now that we have it. Now we can see the score increasing. I think that stats kind of work, and they will pop up whenever you die. I think it's kind of nice. And now the map has been turned into hardcore, because when you die you get put in spectator mode. The thing that we need to do though, actually, is we need to stop updating this if nobody's live. So we need to do execute at PM equals survival. So you only want to do this if you're going to keep increasing the score. If there's somebody still alive, otherwise the score's done, the game is over. So this should stop updating now. It does. Actually, that's... just have the score in seconds. Why though? I mean, how is that better? I mean, you could do that, I guess. Do we have... we don't have 20 on the stat scoreboard. The scoreboard players set 20 const 20. Let me switch back. And in that case, this needs to be after here. Should not do that. Okay, so we add 1 to the ticks. Then we're gonna do another operation before we do that. So we're gonna do seconds. Otherwise the number gets huge. I mean, it gets 20 times as huge. It's gonna get huge anyway. Seconds info equals ticks info. And then we're gonna do seconds info divided by 20 const. And then we're gonna copy the score from seconds instead of from ticks. And now it should work. So slash reload, focus on that. Of course it's not gonna update now because I'm on survival, but if I do slash game mode survival, we get a score that is ticking up by second instead, and then when I go back to creative mode, it should stop. It does. There you go. Score in seconds. What we need to do now, though, is now we have a score, we have the ticks here that everything is based off of. That we need to reset in our setup. So we need to reset the ticks info. That should be better. And then it will immediately start ticking up by 1 again, so it should be okay. Alright, so to get back now, basically we have to do scoreboard teams leave. Scoreboard objectives set display sidebar. Alright, I think that's pretty decent. What we have left is the sort of polish items. We have we have balancing, which is going to be a massive thing for this map. We have the plurals and the texts all over the place. I don't know what else. I'm not sure. Honestly, not sure. So I think that's pretty good for today. I'm getting really tired here. Just my brain's frying out. It's probably showing. So I'm figuring we should probably sort of pack this up and let it go for today. So if nobody has like a big thing that I need to do before I reset the map and pack it all up into something that somebody can test playing, then that should be it. I'm gonna see. Take a look at something here. Sacrifice. Particles and other polish, potentially sounds. Particles are already in for most of the things. Put to adventure mode when no one is in survival, then it ends. Why would you be in adventure mode though? You would still have to read. You would run around and you would hit mobs and stuff. I don't want to put people in adventure mode. Let's put people in spectator mode. They can do whatever they like. Watch the rest of the players play or whatever. Wouldn't you give the player a compass? I mean, considering the fact that you have the recipe book one, kind of feels superfluous at this point. To be completely honest, I think we probably do without one. I'm pretty happy with this, all things considered. It's not a huge project. The thing that's going to be huge is just the sheer balancing problem, because it's going to be a big thing. Alright, so what do we do to pack this up? Basically take all of the functions. When you function setup, could you automatically build the palaces where you sacrifice? The problem is that's hard-coded to a certain location in the world. So let me show you that. This is the sacrifice function, and all of them have this thing in it, which hard-codes the location. It's possible that we could summon an area effect cloud somewhere and execute off of that. Maybe. I'm not even sure. Yeah, probably could do that. Alright, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take all the functions and I'm gonna take this temporary altar thing. I'm gonna throw them all in some new world. Figure out if I can move it all around some easy way, so it gets set up easily. And pack that up, and then we let some people play it and watch first of all. So the first step is I'm gonna just let people play it and watch, either like on a stream somehow or in actual real life. And then we'll probably open it up after that to a little bit of a wider sort of alpha beta test thing. But like the main parts of this feel pretty solid at the moment. Pretty happy with that. And that's gonna be it for today, because I am getting too tired to do this kind of map making on stream. In real life, lol. Yeah. So thank you very much. Thinking about uploading a video about me playing it? Well, you have to have it first. Unless you've written off all of the, like, typed down all of the functions. Do we get to playtest? Not at the moment, I wouldn't say. I want to see a little bit more of the balance first. But hopefully I'll open it up. Maybe in next week's map making stream we'll sort of finish up a bunch of stuff and make this ready for a wider playtest. But I'm possibly going to run this with some people at work on Friday. See if I can watch them play. Anyway, thank you very much for joining. Thanks for all the new follows. We have a bunch of new follows today. And the channel's doing pretty good. Pretty happy with that. Screenshot all the functions so we can copy it. You will get it. Patience, my friends. The gods demand patience. Thank you very much. This has been Sliced Lime. I'm out. Take care and good night.